Hello, Cancer, and welcome to Positive Light Tarot. My name is Tracy. I am so happy that you are here with me today. This is your bonus monthly reading for September. Lots going on as we are in eclipse season. We'll get into that in just a moment. I just want to, first of all, welcome those of you that are new to my channel. Thank you for being here. And those of you that are returning, thank you and welcome back. I so appreciate all of your love, for all of your support, for your likes, for sharing, for subscribing, and for those beautiful comments. Cancer, thank you so very much. Now, we want to begin the reading with your angel card. It's the angel number and message that the angels would like to share with you. We are going to reveal this at the end of the reading. So we will do that a little later on. So as I mentioned, we're going to get into your energies, but I do want to talk a little bit about September 7th, which is the full moon in Pisces. We are in eclipse season. This is going to be a lunar eclipse. And with it in Pisces, I believe that this is all about balancing your faith. It's about an emotional release. Now, when we have eclipses, things are more intensified and more magnified. So these could be big releases and big endings. There's a lot of clarity. We also have that new moon, which is a partial solar eclipse on September 21st in Virgo, and that's all about powerful new beginnings. All right, Cancer. Pre-shuffle. I got the Chariot, which is your card, right? You are, I really believe that there is a great sense of determination about you for the month of September. And I think that you're going to see you are very powerful and you are making some really great decisions and choices. There's a great deal of victory around your reading. You also got Judgment, and the Judgment card is a lot to do with renewal. It's a whole new renewal, a new phase of your life coming into being, and I think it's because you are choosing a new path. You're determined to set sail on a new path, and intuitively you know that this is the best path that you could possibly be going on. So a lot of things are changing for you in a nice way, and look at that. I think it makes a lot of sense because you got Treasure Island. All right, let's get right into these very powerful energies as we begin your monthly reading for September. Number 52, Mending. Mending is forgiving. Mending is healing. Mending fences, mending relationships, finding compromise. Again, we feel a sense of wholeness and a sense of freedom when we feel that we can heal from something. And I think that maybe you are doing some compassionate reviews of your past. Through the pre-shuffle and that Judgment card, sometimes we have to review our past in order to break free from something that maybe is limiting us to getting to our Treasure Island. And I feel that you are healing from that. So a lot of beautiful energy surrounding you as we open up September, leading you to the beautiful number 9, the Treasure Island. Your Treasure Island awaits for you. It's awaiting there for you. And I think that although there might be some work on your part to do, I think that you're going to see that this is a very rewarding month, all right? With that beautiful energy of the Treasure Island, that just shows that the things that you value most in your life, the things that you've been working hard towards, the things that bring love, compassion, joy, contentment, financial stability, whatever that treasure is for you, it's part of your incoming energies. Let's look at your current energies. Let's see what's happening there. So number 32, these are the energies you're bringing into this month's reading. And of course, the here and now. We can't live in the past. We've got to deal with the past. We don't know what the future holds, but one thing for sure is we need to live in the moment. We need to live in the here and now because there's a lot of joy. There's a lot of movement happening for you, Cancer. And it's really important for you to take in all of these beautiful, wonderful opportunities that are presenting themselves because I believe there's forward movement here. Enjoy each moment because I think there's a lot coming in for you. Enjoy the journey. Enjoy the ride. Number 11, by the book, doing things with structure, doing things with a plan. And I think that you are following certain rules and guidelines. I think you're sticking to your morals, your values, your traditions. And I think by doing things by the book is opening up something for you. Maybe this structure is helping you heal. Maybe it really is helping you heal. Number 11, a very powerful angel number. And then number 7, to the sea. I do believe that you are or have been taking some time out to really review things, contemplate things, look at things from a new perspective. I think you're reflecting on things in a whole new way to get a better perspective on life. Maybe it's helping you to do things a little bit more by the book, following your own morals, values, standards. By doing that, again, you're going to see that by living in the moment, there is much abundance right here, right now. All right, let's get right into your tarot cards. So we're going to get 6 cards with the monthly reading. We'll start with the first 2, and I'm going to clarify each one. So let's start with that first. So this is for the beautiful sign Cancer. First 2 cards, please, for Cancer. Thank you. Next card. Thank you. All right. So we were a little overwhelmed here. We've got the 7 of Cups. Emotional overwhelmment, because I think there's a lot of things that you want to fulfill. This is also a card that really is saying it's time to make some wise decisions. There might be some choices that you need to make this month. And you're feeling a little overwhelmed because I feel like there's so many cups that you want to fulfill. There's so many dreams, so many aspirations that you want to achieve. So living in the here and now is certainly going to be beneficial to you because it's going to allow you to focus on what is happening today. The 7 of Cups again is feeling a little bit emotionally overwhelmed, but we'll find out when we get into the clarifying cards a little bit more. The 5 of Coins, feeling a little bit left out in the cold, and a lot of that could be what you're mending or healing from. Through the stained glass window, there is light coming through, which really shows that this is not a situation that you will be in for long. For some of you, sometimes maybe you do feel a little bit like you are on your own and you're trying to figure things out on your own. You're trying to make some wise decisions. And, maybe you feel you're lacking a little bit of support. I feel with the 5 of Coins, you could be also protecting. There could be a little bit of protection. Maybe you're protecting loved ones. You could be protecting loved ones financially. So some of you could be financially supporting somebody. That's just a message that's coming through for some of you. It becomes a little overwhelming. But I believe that there's some wise decisions that you are going to be required to make this month. Let's find out what that 7 of Cups is. Why are we feeling a little overwhelmed? You're moving on from it. And I can see why, because we've got the Treasure Island here. So that really shows that things are opening up for you in a very abundant way. Moving on with the 6 of Swords, it's the light at the end of the tunnel. So if you have been feeling a little overwhelmed emotionally with the things that have been going on, whether it's in your past, in your current situation, or maybe it's something from years ago, I feel like you are moving on from it. And why? Because you are feeling at a point now where you are able to make some very wise decisions for yourself. And that's what's allowing you to move on to the next chapter, on to the next phase. Let's find out why the 5 of Coins. I think that there's some adjustments that you're making financially in your life, and that's helping you to move on as well. And you got the 5 of Cups. So there's been some disappointment or some sadness, and then maybe it has something to do with feeling lonely. For some of you, I feel like emotionally, maybe you are feeling a little bit alone. But this is just a mending and a healing that you need to go through. You're in that process of healing from that. Because remember, your incoming energy is the Treasure Island. So you are finding your abundance. You just have to figure out where that is. It is from moving on and letting go, because there is light at the end of the tunnel. This 5 of Cups here, you're focusing on the 3 cups that maybe have not emotionally worked out for you. And again, that doesn't have to just be relationships. It can be anything in your life where you just feel, that's not what I anticipated. But allow yourself to heal from it, because behind you, when you feel strong, you'll see that there's 2 cups behind you that are incredibly strong. They're incredibly supportive. I'm going to get one more card for you, Cancer. Why do we have the 5 of Pentacles and the 5 of Cups? What can we see through September? Some changes. Let's see what happens there. Spirit, angels, guides. Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords is the fastest moving knight in the deck. So whatever this is that you are going through, it's an adjustment, it's a change. If it's an emotional, you're feeling emotionally detached, maybe. This is something that's going to pass by quickly. I don't feel like this is something that lingers on for long because you are moving away from whatever those troubles are. And the Knight of Swords is bringing in clarity. It's a fast-moving energy. We want to see you pass through that quickly. Let's get the next two cards. This is for Cancer for the month of September. All right, with the next two cards, we're working our way towards the beautiful Treasure Island. Ace of Cups, new emotional abundance is coming in for you. Excellent. All right, so we've got the Ace of Cups, new beginnings with your emotions. It's a cup that never runs dry. Look at the peaceful waters. You know, everything is content. Everything is aligned. Emotionally, you're feeling stronger and you're ready to really heal because you're healing with this Ace of Cups. You're ready to put in maybe to put in some emotional effort with things in your life because you're healing from something that left you feeling alone. There's supportive connections around you that are opening up the doors for you to see that love is circulating around you on so many different levels. And there's a lot of treasure. There's a lot of abundance surrounding you. The Page of Wands is new energy. It's a new message because pages are young. They're youthful. If it's a person, maybe it is someone who's entering your life and it's new. It's a new adventure, a new emotional adventure that you're going on. Maybe it is a new love. Maybe that loneliness that you've been feeling could be because maybe you've been healing from something. Something is coming in quickly for you, and it could be a new connection. It could be a new friend. It could be a new hobby, a new opportunity. But it's something that puts you in, it's almost like you're ready to set forth on a new adventure. So you're feeling passion and excitement. You're very enthusiastic, and you're also very optimistic about whatever this new opportunity is. And again, it could be a person. It could be a job. Could be a new home. Let's see with the Ace of Cups. Well, look at this. You got so many new beginnings. So clarifying the Ace of Cups is the Ace of Wands. So for those of you looking for love, I truly believe that you are, and I almost feel like you're meeting somebody who has a bit of an adventurous side to them as well. They spark this new energy in you, and it's like there's no other way to move but positively. And it's like you got this smile on your face, and you're like, you're ready to almost, you know, I don't want to say that you're ready to take a risk, but I feel like you're really ready to adventure, to set sail on a new adventure. I think you're moving on. Any of you that have been waiting to move on and it's been this adjustment period for you, like you've been feeling, oh my gosh, when is this renewal going to take place? Yeah, they keep talking about a renewal for us, but I'm not seeing it. I feel like there is something new taking place in the month of September, and it could have a lot to do with the eclipse season because everything is more magnified. We're seeing things elevated. So we're seeing new growth. We're seeing things balancing out better. We're seeing things grounded a little bit more, but we're also seeing, you know, big releases, big endings, lots of clarity, and again, powerful new routines and so much more like newness coming in for you. New path. Again, beautiful, beautiful. Two aces. Ace of Wands, Page of Wands, there's some sort of opportunity or some new person elevating, bringing you to new heights, bringing your life to new heights. Maybe also opening up a new way of thinking, right? New way of looking at life. Maybe you're more adventurous. The Eight of Cups is letting go. This is the eclipse. Go figure, you would actually get the only card in the tarot deck that has a moon eclipse on it. Eight of Cups means you're ready to move on. You're ready to leave behind the things in your life that have hurt you, that have maybe caused loneliness or have caused some sadness. You don't want to dwell on that anymore. You are certainly on the mend. You are healing. And if you've been waiting for that moment where you finally feel like you're breaking free from that, the Eight of Cups is just reiterating that you now have the courage and the strength to move in that direction. This is a eclipse, so I do believe that this has a lot to do with the full moon energy, because you're leaving something behind, you're letting go, and then you're beginning something new, something more exciting, something more in alignment with what you truly have been wanting in your life. Again, that could be new financial opportunities, a new business, a new partnership, a new creative community. Maybe there's a new community that you are working with. Charitable community for some of you. Let's see, we're going to get the 2 cards here and then we're going to clarify them. Let's see, yes, you've got lots of 5s in your reading. There's lots of great shifts happening for you this month, with the shifts changing with the 5s, and then this powerful aces in the center of your reading. New beginnings are coming in. The 5 of Swords, so many people have been getting the 5 of Swords in their monthly readings, and I think it has to do with, this is a great deal of victory that's coming in, but it's a victory because it's a necessary victory. It's something that you know wholeheartedly that you have to overcome, and it could have to do in connection with that healing process. Nevertheless, or nonetheless, there's victory behind it. Sometimes it doesn't feel like, it's not like a victory where you want to go out and celebrate, but it's a victory where you feel like, you know what, this is something that I had to do, and I know I can move on from here, because this is what is going to open up this treasure island for me. And number 5, faith. This is Taurus energy. This is the high priest or the Hierophant. You have faith. Have faith in divine intervention, and have faith in your own moral standards and values, your traditional beliefs, and the blessings that surround you, because there are blessings that are coming in, Cancer. You know, they are coming in, and maybe for some of you, they're coming in a little slower. For some of you, they could be at a high rated speed. But whatever the case is, behind your faith is your treasure island. And I believe there's a lot of great shifts and changes and adjustments happening. This eclipse season is going to show you that there's a lot of that. It's opening up the doors to new beginnings. Let's get the 5 of Swords here, find out. The 5 of Swords, we look at that. You definitely are going through a victory, because the Empress is about all of the abundance. This victory that you are undergoing, because it's your own strength that's bringing you this sense of victory. You're choosing this victory because it's a path that you're meant to go on. You're leaving behind that emotional weight that has prevented you from that victory. You're letting go of that. You're bringing you your treasure island and your abundance. It's all coming through that beautiful Empress, planting the seeds of success and watching expansion and growth. Let's find out with the Faith card here. Find out what else is in store here for you, Cancer. And you've got the 5 of Swords again. See, lots of 5s, lots of adjustments, lots of changes. It's positive growth, believe it or not. You know, you look at all these adjustments and changes and you probably think, oh my goodness. But you have to remember, right in the beginning, you're moving away from the difficulties and you're moving away from the challenges. You're moving on from all of that. And there's a lot of movement in your energies this month with the 6 of Swords, the Knight of Swords, the 8 of Cups. You've got 2 5 of Swords, which shows victory. You are not, this victory that you are receiving is still in alignment with your morals, your values, your standards. You're not changing your traditional values or your traditional beliefs for anyone. You're standing strong, you're standing tall, and this is why you are being rewarded with a victory. Let's get one more card for that 5 of Swords, please, because we've had a lot of them in the reading this week. And the 10 of Swords. Well, interesting. You've had a lot of 10 of Swords in your reading. I know that you've had a lot of them in the past weeks. This here, he even is showing that there's blessings here. You are finally able to let go of something. You're healing from it this month. It's bringing you in your treasure island, and it's about time. This is your time for new beginnings. The new beginnings are right here with the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. There is absolutely no hesitation whatsoever that there isn't a treasure island coming in for you this month. The Empress there's a lot of Taurus energy in your reading. So keep that in mind, because if any of you have Taurus in your birth chart, it might make sense for you. But the Empress card here is about abundance, and it all comes because there's a victory. The victory starts with you finally letting go, making peace, mending, healing, and moving on. It's time to move on. Honestly, I think this was a very effective reading. There's a lot of adjustments and shifts happening in eclipse season for you. Go with the flow of energy and don't get overwhelmed, because you are on course. You are on target to your treasure island. All right, let's get some angel messages here for the beautiful sign, Cancer. There we go. We've got love surrounding you. We always love to see that, whether it's love that comes from partnerships, romantic or platonic. All right, first of all, let's start with number 28. We got the snake, and the snake is actually about your intuition. All right, so your intuition is about following that intuition, and it's always that way for you, Cancer. Your intuition and healing powers will guide you to a better path. There's always a warning with that, right? We just have to always be careful, right? We want to make sure we're on the right path. We need to trust in our own intuition and not get swayed by somebody else's thought processes or somebody else's advice. You know, we can take people's advice, but we must always follow our intuition. And I believe that you are on a healing path, and it's a healing path that's helping you move on. You're moving on, you're closing chapters in your life, and there's certainly many blessings that come along with this victory. This is a victory that it's your time. This is now your time for victory. Number 17, we've got love. It says love surrounds all your connections. Every single connection that you make or that have around you is filled with love. It's time to move forward positively in all areas of your life. Every single area of your life, it's time to move forward. It's time to let go. There is an incredible amount of victory. This is the victory that is a timely victory. And you will definitely, it's in your reading more than once here. So September is a very, very intense month for change, shifts, and victory. I think you're birthing something new too. For some of you, it could be a new relationship, a new job offer, a new opportunity. There's something new surrounding your energies as well. But in order for you to truly grasp onto these new energies, you have to let go. So let's see. All right, we've got quite a few messages right there. So let's take a look and see what those mean. First of all, we've got relationships that come up. It says this could be business partners, office love affairs. It could be any type of relationship or partnership. And communication with coworkers are highlighted now. Make choices with extreme care. You do have a few warning cards. So what I would say is that it is very important when you are trying to make wise decisions. You know, make sure you still are following your intuition. Get clarity where necessary. And I do believe that you know, maybe with the relationships, if you are opening yourself up to new relationships, it's just saying to be a little bit cautious. Nothing wrong with that. And looking, it says it's okay to look for better work. Be discreet in your search. You need to be aligned with your life purpose to be fully satisfied. So again, some of you could be looking for alternative options where maybe your job is concerned. And again, you know, maybe you are also just looking for new friendships. Maybe you're looking for new connections. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in order for you really to feel whole with searching for these new opportunities, you must really understand what it is you truly want. Because when you do mend, heal, or really discover what it is you truly want, those right connections are going to fall into place. Because there's definitely new beginnings of abundance happening here for you. And then beginning. It says it's a good time to start a new job or a whole new career or a whole new life, okay? Because not everybody is in a career. It says you have creative ideas that get noticed. Build a nest egg for the future, and I believe you are building something with that Empress. I do believe that there's new beginnings with the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Cups. You are in a new beginning phase of your life, and a lot of that will happen after that new moon, which is Virgo. in Virgo on September 21st. So lots of new beginnings coming in for you as well. All right, we're going to close out your reading now with the angel number and the angel message. Now, I think that the really important number for you to grasp onto this week is the number 5. Now, 5s can be about change. Sometimes they can be about obstacles, but you have to remember you're moving away from that. All right, you're making some really wise decisions. And again, following in your intuition is a path that's really important. It's part of the healing process as well. All right. And we've got spiritual awakening, 1001. So a lot of you could be feeling this because it's all about new beginnings. It's personal development, prioritizing creativity, and prioritizing comes with that 7 of Cups as well, and heading in the right direction. And that's the 6 of Swords. You are heading in the right direction. A new phase in a religious or spiritual quest. And that could have a lot to do with your faith card. It says you're going through a spiritual awakening, which can feel a little bit sometimes like the dark night of the soul. But the path you're on to enlightenment is the right path for you. And just know that these obstacles that you've been feeling or that you have been trying to overcome is going to pass. Because there's a whole new development happening here. There's a whole new awakening happening. There's a whole new beginning, Cancer. And I think that this September is the stepping stone towards your treasure island. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly reading. I appreciate that you've taken the time to spend with me here today. I certainly hope that the reading resonates. I hope that, it makes sense for you. If so, please, of course, leave those beautiful comments. I love to connect with your energy. Until next time, sending love, light, and positive vibes.